Hello, I'm Jordan Peck. I'm currently an RA in De Kulaba Residences, and I'm going to talk for a few minutes about my time this year and some things for next year, hopefully. So I am 20. I use she, her as pronouns. I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri. I've grown up there mostly my whole life, and I am a junior studying international development as well as French and Chinese. I'm also in the pre-med track, however, and so one thing that I'm very passionate about is the intersection of healthcare and community development. I think that's like the perfect blend of my disciplines here at Tulane. So I'm hoping that in the future I can have a career that combines both healthcare as well as community development and advocating for people's well-being and elevating their stories, whatever that looks like, wherever I am. Also, a side passion is my love of big dogs. The bigger, the better. So I am hoping that I can have space one day to have a Newfoundland Labrador. That's my dream dog. Those big black ones that look like teddy bears. When I think about my personal style for engaging with residents, I think it's very easy for me as somebody who is a verbal processor and likes to say my thoughts out loud to listen for the purpose of anticipating my reply and not actually hearing what is being said to me. And so I do like to engage with residents in a personal, uh, extended conversational way without agenda, without necessarily trying to hear anything from them. And when I do that and I kind of overcome my personal urge to always be thinking about my thoughts or my response, I've been able to form some really special relationships with residents, and I hear their needs and their celebrations and their victories more clearly and more in depth when I just leave it free form. And I think people, even the more introverted people who don't want to open up, are much more responsive to that approach. But yeah, I think listening well is very key to engagement with residents. In terms of the things that I can do to avoid apathy in the role of RA, avoid autopilot mode. I have found that seeking support from staff, my RD, other friends who are RAs or perhaps in leadership roles on campus has been huge. And that has been a way to re-inspire me and reinvigorate my curiosity for the potential that I have to be a certain kind of RA. As well as connection with my residents. My relationships, as I mentioned before, when I'm conducting them properly and when I am actively seeking out friendships and relationships and peership with other students in my dorm, uh, that takes away some of the monotony, some of the idealization of the role as a duty instead of a privilege or an opportunity. When I rest well, which I'm not good at, and Jasmine has to tell me often to do this, when I take time for myself, it really decreases those feelings of burnout and those feelings of disinterest in performing RA roles. And recently I've realized that that burnout that I was talking about becomes much more pronounced when I refuse to ask for help, when I take a very me mentality or like it's all my responsibility. I am on a team after all, and that has been important to remember. In terms of next year, what I hope to, or even next semester, what I hope to improve upon is specifically that I would learn to embrace all parts of the RA role and that it's not so difficult to do that. Like I said, I tend to lean into the things that I think I'm most skilled at, and that tends to be the creative aspect of the role or the interpersonal parts of the role, and not so much duty or administrative tasks. And it's not that I don't do those, but I think I could heighten my performance in those categories by some simple changes. You know, Jasmine suggested taking notes even when it doesn't seem important, but that helps keep you on top of things, or reviewing the protocol so that I'm confident in exercising my judgment in quick moments on duty or with residents called or whatever, and just paying attention to all the ways in which I could quickly perform better with some adjustments and leaning into all aspects of the role. So thanks for listening. I hope you have a great semester and year. I'm looking forward to the holidays. I hope you are as well. And yeah,